Hi, I'm Joe from Metronomy, and this is on Bring Your Jack. I mean, yeah, I suppose you don't make a record and then, you know, expect people to hate it. So I hope that people would really like it, and I think it is like a surprise that people have been as nice about it as they have. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, it's just the way it happens. Like, it's better for it to happen this way, I think, than to be really kind of hyped up on the first album, and then you have to kind of follow the first album with something like even kind of crazier or something. So it feels, yeah, it's a shame that maybe they didn't get into it earlier, but I think it's, as long as they end up liking it, it doesn't matter when they join in. It's Oscar. Yeah, the artwork was used in like the 80s to advertise the English Riviera, which is the kind of place. And it was used when I first moved to the area with my parents when I was like 3 years old. They were still using it, so it's kind of this old piece of artwork, which is, I don't know, like kind of evocative for me, but very, like, it's a very beautiful piece of graphic design, I think. The process is still quite similar to how I always did it, which, like, it starts with me just working on a computer with like an idea. And with the new album, I was trying to make it. It's obviously in the studio, so I was trying to make like demos and bring them into the studio. And also to get like Anna and Benga and Oscar involved in the record. And it's one of those things that takes a bit of time to get used to, the kind of changing the way you work. So yeah, it's a different kind of approach, but maybe it will be better. More. It's like everyone's getting a cameo. Benga Adele can. Yeah, so it's a different approach, but it will be more different soon, I think. Yeah, you know, up until recently it was I mean, they're all, like, they're still good, but up until recently it was the Breakbot remix of A Thing for Me, but now it's Errol's kind of re-edit of The Bay. It's kind of one. I think probably the best thing about being on tour is kind of this, like arriving and it being a really, like in Europe, and it being a beautiful evening, and like I've got nothing to do tomorrow apart from this again. So I think just you feel just quite relaxed and free, I guess. Not really like a symbolism, no. There's nothing too kind of like conceptual, but it's just this thing that we've done for ages. Like, I think people now, I suppose the one thing that makes me sad about people suddenly getting into the new album is they see the lights and they don't know what's going on, whereas everyone who's been into us for a while then just knows that they're just this thing that we have, and they're like kind of supposed to be like a bit of an identity, or I don't know. But there's nothing necessarily symbolic. The thing is, I suppose anecdotes when you're performing, like something would probably be going wrong and it'd be difficult to find it funny because you're performing. But there was one time when we used to have the computer and it was me and Oscar and Gabriel, and we were playing You Could Easily Have Me in Amsterdam at the Paradiso, and halfway through the song, like, the computer just fell onto the floor and I started kind of going like, and we just had to be like, good night, thank you. But that wasn't at the time. I think I felt that made me sad, but I guess now it seems funny. It's great. I mean, our record label is based in Paris, so we've always had this kind of like a relationship with France, and the fact that like we play the same kind of size venues here to what we do in England. It feels like this really nice kind of. It's unusual, I guess, or it feels unusual for a band like us to have this kind of audience in France. It's really. We have an affection for the French. R. Kelly? Yeah. It was hilarious. Have you seen it? Yeah, like, because that program is this real, like, it's a big deal if you're an English band and you get to play on it, and I used to watch it when I was growing up, and there would occasionally be these really good weeks and occasionally really bad weeks, and I think when we found out that we were with like Adele and R. Kelly, I was like, wow, it's a good week, and the fact that he was drumming, or like air drumming to the Bay, was brilliant. Yeah, that made my life. I can die happy. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Absolutely, like, yeah, he left in a very, like, it was fine, like, it was no argument, so he's like recording at the moment. Yeah, I think he's doing that, like, redoing a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's good. I'm still very much in touch with him. Well, I think really the only vision that the English have of French music is the stuff that makes it to England, so they don't know about, like, Calogero and Grand Corps Malade, things like that. They don't know about them. They just know about like Ed Banger and Daft Punk and Phoenix, you know. So I think the English think that French music is very cool, but they, they haven't seen that guy. What's he called? Gregoire. Oh, you know. Bonjour, ça va? Qu'est-ce que tu fais maintenant? Où est la poubelle? R. Kelly. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, okay, R. Kelly, I wouldn't say no to. I wouldn't turn down a collaboration with R. Kelly. I think there's definitely people, like, if they got in touch. I would love to collaborate with them, but I guess, like, yeah, like if R. Kelly said I want to do a song, I'd be like, fine. If like Andre 3000 and Outkast did it, I'd be like, yeah, brilliant. If Britney Spears asked me, I'd be like, yeah. But I guess I wouldn't really go out looking to collaborate with people. I would hope that we just kind of meet and have some kind of inspired conversation, yeah. Tonight, I know exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to get on the bus over there and drive to Bordeaux. But I think actually we're not leaving till quite early, so we'll probably try and hang out and have a drink, maybe see the fans. I don't know.